Okay, so there are two things that I can teach you how to keep: your man and your money. Well, let's start with the man. I have been married for over 30 years to a man who I love, so I think I can tell you a thing or two about that. And your money, I've had it and lost it, got it back, grew it, and all those things. So I've got the tips that you need to know how to keep them both in your pocket and on point. But before you learn what to do, let me tell you what not to do.
I don't date broke women, not because I need their money, but because being broke usually means poor choices, weak discipline, and no understanding of how the real world works.
First of all, who does he think he is talking to? You don't date broke women. How about, you know what? I'm going to keep it clean. I'm going to keep it clean, okay? All right, ladies, here's the deal. If somebody comes to you talking some smack like that, you need to run in the other direction. First of all, note the word that he said. He said date, not married. And ladies, you need to keep your business to yourself, because if you're just at the dating stage, how does he know whether you broke or not? Now, I say act the way you want to be, and sooner or later, you will be the way you act. I'm not talking about faking it till you make it. I'm not talking about carrying a purse that costs more than the amount of money you can put in it. But I'm saying if you are dating a man and you show up decently with respect and you have conversation, then he should know your credit score. He should know how much money you make. You shouldn't be begging him for money. So in the same way that he's saying he ain't gonna date you if you're broke, you shouldn't be letting him know what you got in the bank.
If you can't manage your own life, you have no business helping me manage an empire.
Now, while I do agree that managing money is a signal to how you are managing the rest of your life, again, we are talking about dating. And here's the deal. He who is without sin cast the first stone. So if a man is coming to you saying, well, if you're broke and if you don't have any money, then you don't know how to run your life. Well, have you ever made a mistake at something? Are you perfect at everything? And if he says he is perfect at everything, then you need to run in the opposite direction, okay? So I am not saying that money should be the deciding factor on whether you date someone or not. What I am saying, if somebody is saying in your face, that's a rule, I am not going to date you because this means this and this means that. What about the people who have filed bankruptcy, or the people who have lost money and have recovered and grown? And by the way, if we're dating, I thought it was for marriage, not to be running your business.
Money issues destroys more marriages than anything else after sex. So I'm not looking to raise a woman. I'm looking to build with one. And yes, I'll be a provider, but for only a woman who knows how to handle resources and was already resourceful long before I showed up.
So yeah, money does destroy marriages more than infidelity. But let me tell you what is even bigger than that. Pride, narcissism, ego, being arrogant. That is what destroys marriages. Not being willing to communicate. That is what destroys marriages. Not being open and communicating. That is what destroys marriages. So what I am saying here, ladies, is this. You're going to have some highs, you're going to have some lows. You're going to have some things you expect, you're going to have some things that are unexpected. And I am certainly not saying that anybody should avoid dealing with their non-negotiable principles. But if you base money on a marriage and you base marriage on a money, and if that's all it's about, then I'm going to tell you, then the marriage will be broke long before the bank account is.